Best be on my way.
Even
It's vulnerable.
Absolute freedom!
haste.
Its will is weakening. Subdued at last. It begs for its life.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
It pleads because it knows I'm its master. I will finish this.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of the Emperor's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
It can be ours, my love. The whole world. We only have to take it.
My master. I...
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn iniquids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. Free of urge and worm, your brain is battered and bruised. But it is yours. Yours at last. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
It's done. The Netherbrain is defeated. Along with the grand design, praise Mother Gith.
We're free of that stupid parasite! And I'm free to enjoy all the power Cazador left me. And here I was, worried I'd become some grotesque, deformed beast. I would say no offense meant, but, well, look at you.
It makes little difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to completing your evolution, you have proved a good ally.
Kvar. You may have succeeded, but I have failed. Gith's son is dead, and Vlaakith has abandoned me. I will be hunted by her Inquisition to the ends of the world. I must leave. I have nothing more to gain by being here. Perhaps yes. Without them, I wouldn't have known warmth. Only ice and fire. Perhaps there is a future here. Yes, I will stay. My destiny is for neither Vlaakith nor Orpheus to decree. It is mine.
The Githyanki are leaving. It would have been hard to imagine parting ways from them peacefully once.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt.
So, what now? I don't know about you, but I could use a flagon, or 3 of ale.
Celebration, yes. And perhaps a drink, too.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but part of me will miss you.
I will miss you, too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the mind flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
Many died so that we could see this day. They deserve to be honored. But first, we revel and rest.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do? So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye. You can't. All right. We have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. You slept like a babe straight through the night, dreamless, thoughtless, and almost entirely free. For the first time, you feel alone, calm. You breathe. Baal may have been your beginning, but he will not be your end. Of all those you killed in your father's name, one lingers in your mind even now. Isabel, the cleric of Selûne. Her death weighs upon you still, a burden you will carry for the rest of your days. But fortunately, you will not have to carry it alone.
It feels so good. Freedom. True freedom. Finally, I can feel my strength growing. Every day that passes, I gain new abilities. You know, now that our enemies have fallen, I might be the most powerful person in the world. And as you're my consort, that makes us the most powerful people in the world. My love, you always know the right thing to say. The world is ours for the taking. So, what would you like? Oh, darling, I love the way you think. We will need to be careful, of course. There are still powerful forces in the city. We can start slowly, quietly, charming and manipulating key figures, building up our network of puppets. Before long, we'll have our hands. We have a beautiful, bloody future to look forward to, my love. I can't be sure what it holds for us, but I know one thing. This is going to be fun!
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
6 months from the fall of the Netherbrain, you and Astarion were hosting a grand masquerade in the refurbished ballroom of Cazador's palace. A young elf wearing an ivory mask in the guise of a skinless skull handed you a note as he passed you in the crowd. An invitation written in a frail hand, inviting you to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood with you against the Absolute.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn.
New days,
Reunited with friends amidst nature.
He looks coyly at the ground, suddenly shy. He snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature or dancing. It's unclear. He is, however, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you. The joy in the owlbear's eyes is clear. He longs to have a home, and Halsin is perfect.
Again.
There you are. Keeping us all on tenterhooks so you can make a dramatic entrance, is it?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Where's you mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Ha! Oh, man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months? You don't need to ask, soldier. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to hell quick as you please. Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier. You've earned it.
All my favorite people in one place. Not to mention
Oh, hey,
all my favorite wine.
before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home. Permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
My own friend, the Hellswalker. I thought slaying Vlaakith's hunters in the cliffs of Sword's Teeth might be the month's pinnacle. But I was wrong. Being right here, with you, is an infinitely greater pleasure. Were it not for you, I might not have known the value of partnership, connection. I found new allies now. New friends. People I trust and who trust me in return. We've heard word of a Githyanki outpost hidden deep in Chult, the last of Vlaakith's Sword Coast strongholds. I don't suppose you'd consider fleeing the Hells and joining us there to slay every last Sarth and Kithrak. Your loyalty to her knows no bounds, nor, it seems, does your fortitude. You impressed me from the beginning, you know. It was my own foolish pride that ever kept me from admitting it. To you, or myself. I just wanted you to know that. Now go, mingle while you can. That's the word, right? Mingle? We'll meet again. The Hells are too small to contain a soul as tremendous as yours. So it has. And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zahn. Freedom. Before you ask, yes, he is safe. In the care of people I trust. Zahn will be a fine warrior, if he chooses. Or a poet, or an explorer, or a scholar. I was afforded a destiny of my own choosing. When he comes of age, it is only right I give Zahn the same.
Do my eyes deceive me? The gang really is all... Well, so... How are you enjoying the Hells, my dear? I assume they're darling as ever. Oh, bless you. But not to worry.
I shall never tire of that.
Away, Shah. Back to the shadows with you.
He snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature, or he is, however, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you.
Past-made present. I'm glad for it. For this.
Scratch yaps a request you know well. Fetch?
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly? Oh, come here, will you? feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Trudy. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found, thanks to the absolutes. Don't be a stranger.
Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing I suppose. But I see the flesh in your cheeks.
It's so good to be back, isn't it? Oh, it smells like... like home.
Gods, I must look a mess. I just rolled out from under a pesky ogre when Withers yanked me in. Oh, I didn't mean... Well, I didn't mean that. I just gutted the ogre, not... How about I change the subject before I dig this hole any deeper? It's so good to see you. The trolls I've torn open. I don't suppose you'd indulge me. Yes, but just you want to hear about the Stegosaurus that bullied Candle Keep, the impossible lich, or the young dragon who crawled out of Deeping Cave. It did. It was as if I shielded myself with arm. I raged through the night. Go on, the night's young. Always to...
Away.
All my favorite people in one place.
The shadows.
Not to mention all my favorite wines. Cheers to you.
My taste in music is too antique, of course.
This is...
How lovely to see the others doing well. As long as they're not doing...
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. My first, since the reconstruct. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh. The upper city, Baldurian. My own. Not so for my dog, though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing 8 ones. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. There. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. Garlak is lucky to have you. And know that you are not forgotten. If your friends don't drag you from the hells, it will only be because you freed yourself first. But there will be more to discuss on that matter. First, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know.
This is nice.
Away, Shah. Back to the shadows with you.
Past made present. I'm glad for it. For this.
Well, they can't all be winners.
New days, old friends. There's no greater joy.
Ah! Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see us. Oh, you might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Oh, that would be perhaps. Ah, but you...
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage. Just as I hope, it is one that can weather any distance. I always...
I remember one evening when we had to eat
All my
14
favorite
apples,
people in
some
one
fish
place.
heads, and a
Not
stale
to mention
loaf
all
of
my
bread.
favorite...
Hello again. Beautiful.
That was more than worth the wait. That was... Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
There's a keen eye for a nice vintage. Why
I
weren't
shall
these
not push the
scrounging
matter if you're not
barrels
comfortable.
when he could source
I
food?
can tell you how... Ah,
God, I remember one evening when we had to eat 14 apples. A stale loaf of bread just to get by.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you. The dead three. Thy faces, gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy? Thou soughtst to bolt, didst think the other gods would not. Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away.